From day one, the mission for the Spark RC was to build the most capable XC race bike Scott has ever made.
It's a product that is synonymous with success, synonymous with high-end performance.
The new Spark RC, the next generation cross-country race bike.
What are you thinking?
I don't know, man.
And then you go across here?
Yeah, I think across. I think I like right line best.
Nice, let's see it. Yeah, Bjorn.
This weekend is the proper test on a World Cup track where the details decide everything.
Cool, Nové Město. I almost have goosebumps. We have a new weapon, Scott Spark RC, and I guess it's the perfect test. A bike works in Nové Město, it's a proper and the fast one.
So we really wanted to build the next generation of cross-country race bike, not by chasing one metric, but by improving the whole system.
Of course, we have to keep the DNA of the Spark and the key principles of what makes the Spark a great bike.
But we wanted to do something really new.
Lightweight.
Lightweight only matters when every gram serves the ride as a whole.
A lower center of mass is one of the biggest performance advantages in modern XC.
Having that shock low on the bottom bracket allows you to drop all the weight down there because the bottom bracket is already reinforced for bearing the pedaling load. And therefore you can make your bike lighter.
It's not about chasing the lowest possible number on a scale, and rather about the pursuit of meaningful weight distribution that directly translates into performance on the racetrack.
Every power you give in the bike goes directly into speed.
You can just feel accelerations.
The weight floats, just amazing.
You can just deliver a smoother pedal stroke all the time.
Ride dynamics, speed through control.
I define ride dynamics with one word, grip. When you get the grip, you get the traction, you get the power transfer, and you get the speed.
The Spark platforms use a flex pivot system for very efficient lightweight and stiffness. We spent a lot of time analysing and iterating the kinematic to be able to analyse exactly the movement of the flex pivot throughout the range of suspension. So to be able to combine it with the simulation technique give us exactly the behaviour that we want from the suspension and the performance of the bike.
Lateral, vertical and torsional flex are carefully tuned across the entire frame to work together seamlessly. The result is a bike that feels responsive, predictable and fast on any terrain.
Hold your line, carry speed, brake late without drama.
It felt a lot more planted in the corners. You kind of feel like in a little cocoon when you're turning.
You have a lot of grip because everything is so low.
All the dynamics allowed you to spend less energy on rough terrain.
You feel a lot of confidence with the bike. You can find a higher limit.
Seamless performance, race day efficiency.
Mechanics always have a different perspective.
Race performance isn't only what happens on the trail, it's also what happens between efforts, in setup and in service.
So for us, it's super important how to work on the bike. The serviceability of the new Spark is pretty amazing. I'm impressed.
At the beginning, we had the thought of having the shock down here. With this, we could also have a cover. This is a structural cover that we could try different stiffness. It's like really influencing the stiffness of the front triangle only. Later in the project, we also had the thought to kind of flip the shock. So with using the same kinematic, we also tried to have the opening on the top. And that was with all the idea of making the service easier. Everything what you need on the bike is underneath that. Magnetic cover. So you open that cover, you have access to your shock. You can tune your rebound, tune your pressure with the multi-tool. And on top of that, you have the Save the Day kit. All under that magnetic cover that's very easy to take out and very easy to put back.
We double down on durability with bigger double sealed bearings. They work way smoother. Those small ones, the tolerances and everything is super critical, so I'm quite a fan of a little bit bigger ones.
The new Spark RC is tailored to make adjustments and maintenance easy for riders. For example, with the new Octopus cable routing system.
The cable routing is actually the whole system. It has different arms or like liners where you just put the cable in and you just take it out. It's super easy to work on.
That's seamless performance, a frictionless experience from setup to service, smart integration, easy maintenance, lightweight cable routing, fast suspension access, and a protected shock ensure consistent performance. That's what makes the difference on race day. This is where it stops being a concept, because bikes don't get validated by explanations. They get validated by weekends like this.
And they are going!
This bike is really built around the needs of the Scott SRAM team riders. We really try to translate their feelings on the bike to the engineering that's behind.
It reacts so quickly.
If I can trust it quickly, I can just stop thinking, and that's when I can really push.
You have that extra ability to dig deeper.
But I love this place, I love racing here. It's so nice, so pure mountain biking. It was such a good test for our bikes, also performed quite well. As a team, we were all there to fight for the podium.
A lot of motivation comes from the results that we get, the athletes that we work with. When we get to work with teams on testing, it's definitely motivational and inspiring to continue pushing.
That legacy matters, not as nostalgia, as pressure, as proof of what the name has to carry now.
The credibility that this bike has is connected to the success its predecessors had. Credibility also depends on future success, and that's something that we don't have any control over. What you can guarantee, though, is that every ingredient that went into this bicycle gives the athletes the best chance that they could possibly have on this product to make an impact come race day.
A rider becomes faster through work. A bike becomes faster the same way, through refinement, through resilience, through showing up again and again with purpose. The new Spark RC, speed becomes instinct.